Good evening and welcome to Wheaton Academy. I'm Derek Schlemmicher,
And I'm Adam Barman, and I'm your commentator today.
and I will be doing the play-by-play. Today we have a matchup between the Batavia Bulldogs and the Warriors of Wheaton Academy.
The record of the Batavia Bulldogs is 4-3 this season.
And the Warriors are coming into this match 1-0.
That's a big difference in amount of games played. Do you think that the games played will help Batavia?
I do. I think that they've had way more experience this year. Maybe there's some new players. They've been able to play together a little bit more, and I think that definitely makes a difference, especially in a sport that there is so much chemistry.
And another big impact is definitely the roster turnover for the Warriors. They lost a lot of good seniors last year, and some of those gaps are being filled by younger players.
For sure. We have Kira Morrison, who's a freshman and sister of junior libero Kylie Morrison, and I think that both of them are actually starting tonight, which we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, and that's very different between the Batavia team. You know, they're just filled with seniors and juniors.
For sure. Seniors and juniors, and they are extremely tall, especially in the front.
Yeah. But it's not all about the hitting, though, in the front. Sometimes it just comes down to the passing.
Definitely. It looks like they only have one libero, so that could be an issue. And
well, most teams only have one. It's a good thing to have one sometimes, because then you just have that solidified position if that's your best passer.
That's true. Usually on the rosters you'll have multiple, but during a game you only suit up one.
And for the Warriors, they're changing up the setting situation this year. As a sophomore, Ella Smith made varsity as a hitter, and this year as a senior, she's got hands today. She's a little setting in there. They're probably gonna be running a 6-2 is my guess, with Maddie starting at center and Ella coming off the bench.
For sure, Maddie is the senior captain, I believe, and she's gonna play a major role in today's game and definitely throughout the season for the Warriors. You know, as a volleyball player, Adam, what would be your keys to winning, especially for the Warriors today?
I would say it definitely comes down to passing, because if you can't get a good pass, you're not going to get a good hit. It all starts with the good passing, and you can't get a good middle hit if the pass is not right there.
For sure, I think setting's important, and especially for Batavia, it looks like they're going to be able to get some kills early, so digging the ball is going to be huge for the Warriors.
Yeah.
When does the boys' season start up this year? That's a spring sport, I believe.
Right? It is a spring sport. And the not so fun thing about girls volleyball, last year they also played sort of in the spring, just a little bit before. So it's nice to be back in the fall season with the girls volleyball.
Definitely. I'm sure they're enjoying it. I'm sure they're not enjoying the massive part, but you know, it is what it is, and we're just living like that right now.
Yeah. You got it.
Our Instagram is up on the screen right now. Please subscribe. At the Real YTV.
That was a good hit right there.
That was a very good hit. Just seeing them practice, it looks like they do have some strong hitters.
Yeah. But these are all free tosses, so you can't necessarily completely determine the entire outcome of the game based on hitting lines.
Definitely, it's hard to predict where the ball is going to go and if you're even going to get a setup.
Yeah.
What would you say that the hardest position is in volleyball?
I would say passing, definitely for guys volleyball at least, is those rockets are coming hard off of some of those hits.
Definitely. I know that the setter kind of runs the show, and it's their job. They're usually looking to them to get the second hit on most times, but that usually doesn't work out.
Yeah, setter is definitely an important position to have, especially they're just kind of the control center of the entire offense. That doesn't work without them, and it's kind of one of those positions where you only notice them if they do bad.
For sure.
A lot of pressure there.
And then the libero is it's like your quarterback or your point guard. They
kind of just set up everything, and they're kind of they're the main defensive stopper.
Definitely. Communication is also a big key in volleyball. I know that you can probably attest to that.
Yeah, because you definitely don't want to have just miscues on your side of the net. You want to make sure you're getting that ball over every time. Unforced errors can really kill you, especially on serving. Your serving can determine how good your team is, because if you just keep missing serve, you're just giving away free points.
we've got fans in the crowd today. We have Coach Bowling, one of the football coaches, and also a teacher here at the school.
Yeah, it's definitely a big turnout this year. Like last year, they had a lot smaller crowds, so it's great to see all these fans back in the arena.
Different from last year where there was a limit of only 50 people in the stands from COVID, and we definitely have more than 50 here today.
Yeah, it's great to see.
It really is. We got 45 seconds until we get going here. Batavia is serving now.
Yeah, the Warriors already did their warm-up. They got there because they're the home team. They got to go first, so they're huddling over there.
And I'm not going to lie, the Warriors look pretty good in the warm-ups.
Yes.
Maddie Miller is doing a great job setting the ball, and I think that she's really going to be one of the key players in this game.
Yeah.
All right, we will be rejoining you guys after the starting lineups and the anthem, so stay tuned.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wheaton Academy, the Warrior Run here on the campus of Wheaton Academy. A special welcome to the Batavia Bulldogs, their coaches, staff, their athletes, their families and friends. We're glad you're here this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are all, please stand for a moment of prayer, followed by the playing of the national anthem. Father God, we thank you that we can be in this place this afternoon. God, we pray that all that is said and done on the floor and in the stands will be honoring to you. Lord, we pray for safety for the athletes, fans, and coaching staff. Again, Lord, we pray and thank you for the opportunity that we can be here this afternoon. We pray all this in your Son's name. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem. Introducing the starting lineup for Batavia this afternoon. Number 1, the libero, Carrie Balzotto. Junior number 9, Claire Elwood. Senior number 11, Kyra Taylor. Junior number 12, Amanda Ottman. Junior number 13, Victoria Thunder. Junior number 15, Madeline Hopper. And senior number 18, Grace McNeil. The Bulldogs are coached by Ken Kelsey and Jen Campos. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing your Wheaton Academy Warriors. Number 4, Kylie Morrison. Senior number 5, Maddie Miller. Freshman number 7, Kiara Morrison. Senior number 12, Kennedy Ward. Junior number 17, Emma Tate. Senior number 18, Hannah Shaw. Junior number 24, Al Masterson. The Warriors are coached by D.A. Nichols, Leah Dunn, and Chris Pena. The officials for this afternoon's match Rich Kohler and John Haynes. And of course, the athletic trainer.
And welcome back. We're about to start the first set. After a great prayer, it's always nice to start things off with a prayer.
Yeah.
For the Warriors, we have Kylie Morrison, Maddie Miller, Kiera Morrison, Kennedy McClure, Emma Tate, Hannah Shaw, and Elle Masterson starting.
And Batavia is going to start with the first serve.
And we're getting ready for the first serve. Batavia has the ball, and junior Amanda Otten is serving, and the serve is up.
Nice float serve. See,
and it's over on the first ball, and that is a point to Batavia.
That's the deadly overpass right there. You just can't control the pass and put it over the net. You tend to get spiked right back at. So hopefully the Warriors can get a better pass in the second one.
And Amanda Otten is serving again. The ball is up.
Nice pass.
And a good try by Elle Masterson. You know, I like the aggression there.
Mm-hmm. It's good to hit it with power, for sure. There might have been some net on that one, though, but went uncalled.
2-0 Batavia. Batavia serves it.
Nice back row hit right there. Ended up out of bounds, though.
And it's out of bounds. That's another point Batavia, and they're up 3-0.
Not the ideal start for the Warriors. It's always good to get a nice first side out right away.
Amanda Otten with the serve. Great job by Kiera Morrison. And it's
another hit.
They call it out.
It's another hit. They went out of bounds. The Warriors need to keep their hitting consistent. Yeah. The setter's running all over the place on this one. The passes are not ideal. The goal is definitely to get it in the middle circle right by the setter, so the setter to run all over the place.
For sure, and an early timeout from the Warriors, but definitely a needed one.
Yeah. They didn't want to wait anymore and keep losing points. He's probably talking about the passing right there. You know, if this is all it is, it's just the timeout to regather, because it's not that they're doing anything wrong. It's just that the serve's pretty good, and they just need to get it up.
A couple overpasses to start, and they really want to keep those hits in bounds. It's that's been a struggle so far.
That was more of a momentum timeout and not really a you're doing anything wrong timeout.
Definitely. Amanda Otten with the serve. And it's out. The Warriors with their first point. Hopefully this can be the momentum switch that was definitely needed.
That's really the goal of the serve, just to ice the serve a little bit, see if they'll change the serve.
And we have number 2, Emily Prazel, coming in the game to serve.
It was a quick first sub.
The senior with the serve.
It's
over.
Serve.
A set by Batavia.
Nice.
And a nice block, but it goes out of bounds, and that is a point to Batavia.
You just got to make sure you angle that inside so that if it goes off your hands, that it lands in bounds, not out of bounds.
We'll now have number 8, Kate Naprovic, serving. And the serve is up. A great job by Maddie
to get to it. That was kind of like out of bounds. It was not really in this ideal
it's
spot.
Over and a hit. And it's out.
Just off of Emily Prazel, just ever so slightly.
7-1 Batavia.
Not the best start so far, but they're looking to bounce back.
Definitely. There's definitely plenty of time. And the serve is up. Emily with a nice pass, and the set is up.
That was a nice hit.
And a great kill. That's the first one we've seen today, and hopefully that can be a little bit of a momentum switcher.
And it all starts with the pass for sure, because that was like the first one inside the 10-foot line.
Definitely.
That Maddie was able to get her nice hands on.
A good set, and now we have Elle Masterson serving. She is a junior. The serve is up. And a solid pass. And Batavia hits it out, and that's another point to the Warriors. A great job for Elle Masterson. A great serve. 7-3.
So we can keep this serving consistent, just in.
And the serve is out.
There's the commentator jinx right there.
Definitely. Great job there, Adam.
And the libero comes in, Kylie Morrison.
Kylie Morrison back in. And now serving for Batavia is Molly Aquaviva. The serve is up. The lefty serve is up. Kira Morrison with a nice job. Maddie Miller.
And Kira gets the hit as
and
well.
And a great hit and a great kill. That was impressive from the back row.
Yeah, Kira did all of the work on that one. She passed it and was able to finish it with the kill.
And she is a freshman, guys. That's very impressive. She's going to have another almost a whole 4 years here. It's going to be very good for this program.
We got the double side right there, getting setter Ella Schmidt into the game, and switching out the middle.
And Ella Schmidt is now serving. And it barely gets over, but it sneaks in. And that is and that is a point. That's an ace, the first ace of the game. And the serve is up. Not a great pass, but they're able to recover, and Batavia hits it over on their third hit.
Nice free ball. Hopefully it gives this Warriors a chance to do something with it.
A great back set, and it's a point to the Warriors.
Oh, it's still going. And they're going to call that one out of bounds because of it went too far off the court. Normally when it hits the ceiling and it stays on your side, it's inbounds.
Definitely, that bounced off the top of the backboard, so I don't think the trajectory was necessarily the greatest if it didn't hit that.
Yeah. They probably would have called it inbounds if it went straight, or it was closer.
And we got Ella Schmidt with her third serve. And it's out, but that's okay because the Warriors are right back in this. It's now 9-6. We've got a sub for Batavia. That is Ellie Schick, the senior, number 2, coming in to serve. The serve is up. And not the greatest pass by Kira Morrison. She just missed it a little bit. What are your thoughts on that, Adam?
It's just passing again. It just comes down to passing, and if you can get a good pass to your setter, it ends out to be better for your team.
That was a better pass.
Still not ideal, but it'll get the hit.
At least we're in the game. And way to keep it alive by Batavia. And they get it back over.
And that was just an example of continue playing because it's still live even if it goes up into the rafters.
For sure, no matter what. There was a tough position for Kylie Morrison.
Yeah.
Batavia with the serve. Not great communication there, but they're able to keep it alive. And they set it over. A great set.
Off the tip of the block.
A great set by Batavia and then a great kill. You know, we almost had that.
It was a great save by Ella Schmidt off the net right there because the pass went right in the net and she was able to keep it off, pull it off, so we get the ball to the net.
Definitely. And we have a 4th serve in a row here for number 2, Ellie. It's up, they barely get over.
That was a kind of a good tip of try because
they tried to tap it over. There was really no other option.
And the block was right there. Put it down.
And we've got Ellie Schick with her 5th serve now.
This is not the run the Warriors were hoping for after they came back.
A good tip over. It's set by Batavia. Way to keep it alive by the Warriors. It's over. They're setting it up. They go for the kill, but
the refs call it out of bounds.
It is out of bounds, and there's another point to the Warriors. 13-7. Let's hope that they can start coming back now.
Yeah, that was definitely a close call out there. I don't know if anyone truly knew what it was.
It definitely took a minute to get that call, which makes you know how close it was.
Yeah.
We now have Kira Morrison serving.
Excellent jump float serve right there. Warriors able to keep. Warriors setting back up. Kennedy with the hit. And the Batavia wins that rally off of a nice dump into the corner.
And we're back. Sorry about that. Some technical difficulties.
And Faith Olfin's coming in for the sub just before the serve for Kira Morrison. And number 11, Kira Taylor is back there to serve. Nice jump float serve. Excellent pass, and Ella's able to set it up to the middle. Little miss communication right there. Slight overpass by Batavia, and they're not able to keep it in. after pulling off the net. Warriors are definitely still in this game, but they have some work to do to come back. Kylie Morrison's back there with the serve, libero. That's something you don't see every team do, is have their libero serve.
Definitely. And the serve is up. And it's over. Great serve.
Nice deep spot. That was a great hit from the right side. Carly's the libero back there to serve for the Batavia Bulldogs.
I wonder what they're talking about out there. It looks like there might be an issue with the cameras on the side. And the refs are communicating. What do you think they're talking about, Adam?
It's probably they're pointing right at the cameras. Maybe they're too close to the court. Maybe it was a call. I don't know.
I mean, there definitely are maybe a couple too many cameras over there.
They might be talking about if they're they're serving out a rotation right now.
For sure. That could be an issue if that is the case.
I just got word that it was about the cameras.
Really?
That's what the ref is talking to them at the scores table about. So both teams are going to huddle up and just communicate with what's happening. Yeah, it was definitely about the camera situation in the corner.
For sure. They're still discussing what's going on. He sees 2 people for 3 cameras, and the ref wants to see 3 people instead of 2. Definitely an interesting stoppage there.
This is giving both teams a time just to talk it over and see like what's going on and see if
For
they
sure,
can
this could be
change
huge for the
the
Warriors,
game.
stopping a little bit of the momentum that Batavia had.
Yeah.
And we're back. The libero is serving for Batavia. A jump serve, it's over, and it's out.
Nice.
Point Warriors, 16-9.
That is the problem with the jump serve. Sometimes you just get more power from it, but sometimes you don't use it to hit it harder and down. And sometimes it just goes out the back.
Definitely, it's harder to get an angle with that.
And we got the setter switch again. Maddie coming in for Ella Schmidt. And
No,
the right sides are switching again.
That was a great job by Kylie Morrison not hitting that ball and letting it go out.
It's always a tough call to make if it's in or out.
And Maddie Miller with the serve, it's over.
Amanda again.
And a big hit by Batavia, but it's out. And another point to the Warriors. This could be a huge shift in the game right here.
Yeah. The artificial timeout with the cameras really helped them.
And they hit it.
That's gonna be out of bounds. They were able to get a pretty good swing off an out of system pass. First pass wasn't that good, but then another player was able to hit it up, and they still got a swing off of it.
Maddie Miller with the third serve.
A little
It's
bit
up in a miscommunication there by Batavia.
A little dump
And she sets
right
it
there.
over. But a point to the Warriors.
And they're gonna call that a double on the setter, I think. Maddie Miller.
That's the first penalty we've had all game.
Yeah. It's not that common, but it's one of the more common penalties when you just double touch it, put a little spin on the ball as the setter.
For
Can't do
sure.
that.
And we've got Amanda Otten serving again. Super powerful serve, but a great job by Maddie Miller. And a great job. Batavia blocks it, but it is out, and it is the Warriors' point.
Yeah, it just dropped right there, out of bounds after this. Just hit by Kennedy.
He just hit it off the right ankle off of that blocker's arm. A great job by the Warriors.
And Emily Prazel is going to come in for Kennedy.
As well as Kira Morrison.
And Emily's back there to serve.
Emily Prazel with the serve. And that might have been out to the side, but Batavia goes for it anyways. It's up, and a light hit. Went for the pancake, but was unable to complete it.
Yeah, she just dropped it right in over the block in front of the hitters. It's always a good spot. The middle tends to be open when you're looking to hit. Just go over the blockers to block it and just went right over them.
And Katie Naprovic is now serving for Batavia. A senior who has served pretty well so far this game. It's over. Kylie Morrison with a great pass.
The set was a little bit off the net right there. And it forced Hannah to sort of lean backwards while she was hitting, so it went right in the block.
And the serve is up. You know, the Warriors down by 7, now down by 8, Adam. What do you think needs to change for the Warriors to get back into this game?
It's definitely going to be passing, to be honest. Like, I'm a big supporter of passing. Nothing can happen without passing. You got to get the pass up to the setter, and the setter's got to set up the hitters. And so it's basically just a big chain.
And that a bit of a better set there.
The set wasn't quite there, so it's just kind of like
it was a little low. She was looking for a quick set, I think, but there we go. A good hit by Kira Morrison.
Batavia is able to get it up and get a swing back at him. Nice pass.
Great pass by Maddie Miller, and Kylie Morrison keeps it alive.
Just drops free ball over
to Batavia. It's
up.
up. Went for the pancake, but just missed it.
Yeah, that was a well-placed tip, just right over the block.
And it's now 21-12. The Warriors down by 9.
And they're going to call a timeout right here. Hopefully to get some more momentum. Maybe talk about the tipping because they're hitting some pretty good spots as Batavia.
Definitely a needed timeout. Something interesting is that Coach Dunlap for the Warriors was actually old club teammates with one of the coaches from Batavia.
It's a nice connection to make.
It definitely is.
It's a small world, and you're able to see that in sports as players that used to play together are now coaching against each other.
For sure, it truly is a small world, and that's in every sport. Basketball, baseball, it doesn't really matter. It's great that some former students from Wheaton Academy are now coaches and teachers here, and it really is a great community.
Yeah. And we got great fans showing up today too. This is the fullest I've seen it in a while.
For sure, especially with COVID. You have to imagine that the Warriors are discussing their passing right now.
Probably, I would assume so.
And as you can see, follow us at TheRealWaTV on Instagram. And Batavia is back out there. I'm assuming the refs are going to call the Warriors out soon, and the time is running out.
Batavia definitely had less to talk about during that timeout. That's all they got to do is finish this game.
For sure. I'm sure it was just their coach telling them to keep doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And number 8, Kate Naprovic, is up. She serves it, and a pretty solid pass there.
Yeah.
And Kira Morrison with an amazing kill.
That was an excellent hit, especially that was the example of what you want your volleyball team to be looking like. An excellent pass, an excellent set, and you got the freshman with the excellent hit.
For sure, her future is definitely bright here. Elle Masterson is back to serve. The serve is up.
That was a great serve.
A very good serve. Definitely put Batavia in a tough position there. And this could be good.
The Warriors got
a good set from Maddie Miller. Just a little too hard on the hit.
It's not all bad to just not be experienced. Sometimes having good freshmen also is good for your team.
Definitely, it brings an energy that maybe some of the upperclassmen don't have. It's 22-13, Batavia. And Maddie Miller with the set. And a great hit right into Batavia.
The passer was just unable to handle that one as they're just too fast, right off the side.
Batavia's only 3 points away from winning the set, and you have to imagine that the Warriors definitely don't want to lose the first one.
And they're making a substitution. They're doing the setter switch again. Ella Schmidt in for Maddie Miller.
Maddie Miller out of the game. She's been playing pretty well, having some awesome sets, so it's up. And not the greatest pass from Batavia. Setting up for not the best hit. But Warriors go for the set instead of the bump. What are your thoughts there, Adam?
That's just always an awkward situation to be in when it's just like sort of like right at your chest. It's like, do you use my hands? Do you normally use your hands when it's over your head?
Definitely. Sometimes it happens so fast you don't have a time to take a step forward or take a step back. Ellie Schick, number 2, with the serve for Batavia. Not the greatest pass, but the Warriors. It doesn't matter for the Warriors, and the Warriors get the point.
That was an excellent tool there by Ella Bogan, just right off the block.
For sure, you definitely have an intimidating force with Amanda Otten up there as a middle blocker.
And sometimes it's best to hit it right off the side of the block and make it go to bounce, because then you get the point.
Kira Morrison with the serve, and a great serve, probably the best we've seen all day.
Put on a system. And Ella Bogans again to get another hit off the overpass.
That was an amazing sequence right there from the Warriors.
Yeah. That's something you can't do, is give them free balls just right over on the top of the net.
For sure, only 2 points away now for Batavia from winning this set.
But the Warriors are making their comeback right now.
Definitely. We'll see if they can hold it. A great front line for the Warriors. And Batavia with the kill.
She's able to hit it just around the block right there.
For sure.
It's always the thing you do as a middle is you're looking at not hit it dead straight because the block's going to be right in front of you, so you got to make sure you hit corners.
Amanda Otten, standing about 6'3", is definitely an intimidating force there in the middle. Batavia with the serve. And the Warriors with a hit.
Just off the block right there. Batavia was able to handle it and get one back. But the Warriors are not able to handle
the Warriors tip it on the block, and they lose a point, and they lose the set. Set one is down. Batavia is up 1-0. Join us this Friday, which is our next broadcast, at 7:30, where Wheaton Academy Warriors football team will be playing Christ the King in their first home matchup of the year. What are you looking to see from the Warriors?
Well, for this next game of volleyball, we're looking for that last play kind of demonstrated exactly what what the difference is and why Batavia won. Batavia was able to get the pass off of the hit that went off the top of the block. They were able to put that up and get it back over, but the Warriors weren't able to keep the ball up after it went off the tip of the block.
For sure. Again, join us at 7:30 this Friday for a football game. Wheaton Academy versus Christ the King. And please subscribe to our Instagram at TheRealWaTV. We've got some excited fans up there on the Jumbotron.
Yeah, it's always a fun thing in sports. When you get on the Jumbotron, you gotta go crazy.
And a great job by our camera crew finding those people in the crowd. You have to imagine that, well, it looks like actually Wheaton Academy has brought their 2 setters to the side and are talking to them. What do you think they're talking about, Adam?
Probably just consistency, just making sure you're getting good sets. And I know Cody, he's the setting coach for the boys as well, and he just making sure that you're doing the right thing, make sure your feet are in the right position, make sure you know where to go with the ball. Because you got to make sure you mix it up. You can't just keep setting the same person.
Maddie Miller and Ella Schmidt are definitely their 2 leaders out there. And they're definitely going to have to step up this next set to get the Warriors back in this game.
Yeah, that's definitely the role of the setters. Make sure you're kind of you're the command post. You got to make sure that you're doing everything right, and that you're you control where the ball goes, basically.
For sure, and it's not just their job there. It's tough to get a good set when you don't have the greatest passing going on as well. That's
the rough thing as a setter is you're the one that running all over the place because the second ball is yours.
For sure, the biggest takeaway from that first game there is that I think the Warriors definitely need to improve on their passing. I think both sides do too. Batavia was not the cleanest either.
It's definitely ideal when your setter can just stand there right in the middle and able to set the middles, because that's something we didn't see from the Warriors a whole lot is the middles getting involved.
For sure.
Because you need a perfect pass to set the middle because you're trying to go quicker. You're trying to get that quick going.
One player that definitely shined in the first set was freshman Kira Morrison for the Warriors. She had a couple great kills and some awesome serves, some of the best we saw.
She was also a good passer too. She's kind of just doing it all.
She is. It's crazy that a freshman is out there almost leading the team. And the Warriors are about to break out of the huddle and get back onto the court.
Yeah, they're definitely looking to bounce back in this one.
For sure, it would be great to get out to an early lead here in this set by maybe 2 or 3 points, and that would set you up nicely for the rest of the set.
That's definitely something that didn't happen last game is they went down a lot and they had to call an early timeout.
Yeah, they had to go. They went down 5-0 early and they had to call a timeout, which is definitely not what you want.
All because of Amanda Otten's serves. They were getting them in.
For sure. Amanda Otten with a great first set for Batavia. And it looks like the Warriors are going with a similar starting lineup as they did. And they are going with the exact same starting line as they did in the first set.
Just shifted back a little bit.
We got Maddie Miller with the first serve. It's up, and it's a solid serve to the back row. Batavia struggles to control it. And Kira goes for the pancake, but that was just a tough spot for her.
Yeah, Batavia was able to get that up after the bad pass. They were able to still get it over and get a pretty good swing on it.
Great job by Amanda Otten to pass that all the way to the front and allow them to get a hit.
Yeah, she was able to chase that ball down.
And we've got number 8 with the serve.
It was a good pass. Set up the middle.
Ooh.
She looks like she stepped into the net or under the net.
For sure, that pass was a little close to the net, and it was definitely a tough position for Maddie Miller.
Yeah, and as a setter, you definitely got to make sure you run to the net so you don't run into the net when you're chasing the ball. You got to go to the net first and then go to the ball.
Kate Naprovic with the serve, and it is out, and that is the first point of the set for the Warriors. It's 2-1, Batavia.
Missing serves is definitely a big part of the game because it's just giving away free points.
And we have a line change. We have Kennedy McClure coming in for Emily Prazel.
No, Emily Prazel's in. Emily Prazel's in to serve.
And the serve is up. And not the greatest job controlling it by Batavia, and a great job by Kylie Morrison getting there. And Kira Morrison with a hit, and it's a kill. I think that's her third or fourth kill of the game. She's really doing a great job.
That's the Morrison combo we're looking for, is Kylie getting the pass and then they're sending it up to Sierra.
Emily Prazel with the serve. It's up, and another great serve. Back-to-back awesome serves there. A better pass by Batavia this time, and it's out right off the hands of Kylie Morrison.
That was a tough position to be in. She was really close to the net and just right over her head.
Definitely. They didn't really have anyone in that back corner there, in the back left corner. So it was for sure a tough position. And it looks like we've got number 4, Molly Aquaviva with the serve for Batavia, and that's just a fun last name. The serve is up, the lefty serve. And Kylie Morrison thought it was out, but it was just on the line.
That's always a tough decision to make.
It really is, but you know, you just have to trust yourself, and you just have to go with what the result is.
And in practice, you got to make sure you're practicing where you stand every time.
Judgment is definitely a big part of volleyball. The lefty with the serve.
Not the greatest pass.
Not the greatest pass, but a good job by Maddie Miller, setting it back up for Kira Morrison, and a great hit by her.
Just off the block right there. That's sometimes the best hit, is just hitting it off the side so they can't pass it.
I mean, her vertical is kind of outstanding for a freshman. She's really getting up there, and she's aggressive with every hit.
Yeah.
We've got Elle Masterson back to serve. It's 3-4, Batavia. The serve is up. And a solid pass by Batavia. Not what you exactly would be looking for, but it results in a point.
This is the example of a reason to have a tall setter. She was able to just get up there right above the net, and she wasn't worried about the net at all, and she saved that from going over.
Doesn't even have to extend her arms all the way to set the ball up.
This is definitely a good start for the Warriors based on last game. Way better.
And Ellie Schick with the serve. Great job by Kylie Morrison, doing it all with the pass.
Good swing by Hannah Shaw right there. And Amanda Anderson, she finds that short spot wide open.
That was a great job there by Amanda Otten.
It was a perfect spot.
She really has been shining this game, and I would say is probably the strongest player for Batavia. A little bit of a miscommunication there. That probably should have been Emily Prazel's ball, but freshman Kira Morrison went for it. It's 7-3. Batavia is up. Hopefully the Warriors can have a little bit of a momentum change here. A bit of a better pass by Kira, and she gets it right back.
Slightly out right there.
Not the greatest set. It was a little far from the net, coming in from the back row.
And the hit just went a little bit off of her fingertip. She didn't get a hole. She didn't snap her wrist.
For
so
sure.
It just went a little bit further out the back.
Definitely a difficult position.
It's a big serving run by Batavia right here. Not the greatest thing for the Warriors.
That's one of the best passes we've seen all game. Not the greatest set, but we still get it over and we get the point.
Good passes result in points.
As you said. 8-4 Batavia, but hopefully the Warriors can make a push here.
And Ella Schmidt and Ella Bogren are both coming back into the game.
And the serve is up.
And
it's just short. Just hit it off the wrong part of her hand. That happens sometimes. 9-4, Batavia is up. And we have senior Kyra Taylor going back with the serve.
A little bit miscommunication from the Warriors about their positioning before the serve.
A jump serve from Batavia and a really nice serve, barely hitting the net. And a great kill.
This is a strong hit by Ella Bogren, the lefty. Right off of the libero's arms, and straight down.
For sure, that was one of the more impressive plays we've seen this game. Got Kira Morrison back to serve. One of the only players that jump serves on the Warriors, and she's a freshman.
Pretty good pass by the setter, who normally just not tasked to pass the first ball over.
And Kennedy just hits it a little bit too hard. And it is out, and that point goes to Batavia now with a 5-point lead over the Warriors. We've got their libero, Carly Balzanto, back to serve. She comes with the jump serve. And Kylie Morrison with a great pass.
And a great hit.
A great set, and Batavia tips it, and that is a point for the Warriors.
Ella Bogren again, this time on her natural position from the right side. As a lefty, it's a big advantage to play on the right side.
For sure, you look to have a couple lefties on the team, and that definitely helps. It's a benefit.
Yes, especially on that right side.
And Kylie Morrison, the junior, is coming for the serve. She jump serves this right over, and that was a tough setup for Batavia.
Little
Elle
miscommunication
Masterson
right
hits it. It's up.
Just a couple of tips back and forth.
The set for Batavia, and a great block by the Warriors. Elle Masterson got up there, and that was amazing. And it is a kill for the Warriors. That was a great job by Ella Bogren.
She's at it again, going right through the block that time.
For sure, that's two in a row for her, I believe.
Yeah, she's really coming alive right now in this part of the game.
She's got tons of power with her hit. Kylie Morrison serving. It's up and it's over, and another serve for her. That was an ace, one of the only aces we've seen today.
Yeah. It was a nice short serve. She got them off guard because they seemed to maybe moving back a little bit.
The middle was wide open for Batavia, and they might want to move someone up a little bit.
Definitely a closer game for the Warriors this game, 8-10.
For sure, a bit of a surge here. And just a little long for Kylie Morrison.
Oh, they called it a tip.
But they call it a tip, wow.
The ref looked like he set it off the head of some sort.
I did not see that coming, and it looks like the Batavia does definitely not agree with that call.
But the Warriors will take that call any day.
For sure. Now Kylie Morrison can get right back into it, and
they can eat up this game right here.
Definitely. It's 10-9, and this could tie it. Another great serve by Kylie Morrison, but a good pass and a tip. That was a great play. That was just a very smart play there by Amanda Otten.
Yeah, everyone was expecting her to hit it hard, and so they probably took a step back a little bit, and she was just able to well place that tip.
She's been hitting it hard the whole game, and then there she threw him off, and she's back to serve now.
Gotta keep them on their toes.
The serve is up, and a bit of a miss hit there.
Kennedy tried to save that, but to no avail.
Amanda Otten is definitely a talent that I could definitely see at the next level.
She's playing well today.
It's over.
A little bit of an overpass right there.
And Batavia tries to hit it, but they hit it off of the net. And the set is up. Kennedy
Another
goes
block
for the hit, and then another great block, but the Warriors keep it alive. They have to hit it over. A set by Batavia.
Another
a hit,
block.
but another block. Elle Masterson getting
It's
up
a great
on that
sequence
one.
of events right here.
It really is a good sequence. And the point to the Warriors. That was amazing. Batavia, again, not liking the call.
Who doubled that?
Maddie Miller coming back into the game, and she is set to serve. The serve is up.
Put him out of the system a little bit.
Solid set by Maddie Miller. And a great kill. That was
Great hit by Kennedy.
Kennedy McClure with an amazing hit. And the Warriors are right back in this.
They forced Batavia to call a timeout.
Batavia with the timeout. They're not getting the calls they want. They're just not playing the way they would want to right now.
They're not getting the tips off the block either. That's something they got all of the tips off the block, and they were able to pass those up. But this game, they're just going out of bounds.
12-11, Batavia is up. But it was just 10-5 a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, the Warriors.
What changed for the Warriors?
The Warriors have definitely been playing better in this game. Their passing's been better, and they're not making any silly mistakes. There was some serving errors, when they served it, they received. They had a little bit miscommunication, but for the most part, Batavia's been making them errors so far.
A few miscommunications this set, but besides that, not really many mistakes by the Warriors, which is very impressive, especially having a younger roster.
And a big change in this game so far. In this game, a lot more tipping, a lot less hits, which is kind of a different style of game. And sometimes it's not always better to tip it because it's easier to pass. But if you can find good spots, those tips can be really useful.
There have been some amazing hits, though, by Kennedy McClure, Kira Morrison, And some awesome blocks by Elle Masterson. She's been doing a great job in the front row.
Yeah, Warriors front row definitely stepping up this game.
Maddie Miller is back to serve. It's over in a great pass by Batavia. A solid setup, but Maddie Miller with a great play. A tip. And that was unlucky right there.
That was one of those unlucky bounces in volleyball. Those happen all the time. Just you don't want to be on the wrong side of those though.
Kennedy McClure went for a bit of a block there. Great save by Maddie Miller, but we just couldn't hang on for the point. And the serve is up and over for Batavia. Maddie Miller with a set and a nice tip.
It went off the antenna though, so that's technically out of bounds if it hits the antenna. Gotta make sure you keep it inside.
Kate Naprovic doing a great job serving so far this game for Batavia. And Kennedy McClure with a decent pass there. And a great setup. That was one of the better kills, probably the most aggressive I've seen anyone hit it.
Yeah, that was strong attack. And she found the right spot just off the net.
Maybe a little bit of anger after hitting that antenna, and she definitely used it.
Emily Appraisal's back to serve.
You know, they've been bringing her in to serve a lot, which just shows you that she probably is one of the more consistent servers on the team.
And she's one of the better passers, and that's why she plays back row.
And the serve is up. Another solid set by Amanda Cotton.
Off the tip of the block right there.
Out. And another amazing hit.
Definitely the change in this game is the blocking has not been there for Batavia. It just keeps going off and out of bounds. The Warriors keep getting points.
Hannah Shaw is doing a great job right now. 2 amazing hits in a row. Batavia controls the serve. A great setup.
That was a great pass too by Emily Appraisal in the back row.
And another hit by Hannah Shaw. And a great job by Kylie Morrison in the back row there, keeping that alive. And her sister Kira hits it over.
And that was a nice dump right there by Amanda Otto. She's able to just find the gap in the middle of the defense.
She's been a great presence in the front for Batavia this game.
She was just able to drop it right at the 10-foot line.
15-13, definitely a closer game than we had in the last set, though.
Yeah, and the Warriors definitely hoping for a different outcome this game.
Let's see if they can hold the point here. We have the lefty, Mali Aquaviva, up for the serve. Not the greatest pass, but we control it.
They give Batavia a free ball.
Sister-to-sister action there. It's up, and the hit, and a great block by Elle Masterson. She's doing a great job today. And the hit by Hannah Shaw. Batavia with a set. Another block by Elle Masterson.
The blocking of the Warriors definitely improved this game.
And just short on the spike by Kira Morrison, the younger sister of Kylie. Lefty Mali Aquaviva is up to serve again. It's over.
Pretty good
Kira
pass.
controls it, and she's up. She hits it. Hard one to control for Batavia. Off the ceiling.
That's always a hard one to play if it just changes directions on you after you're like sprinting one direction.
And you know, the harder they come with that hit, it's gonna bounce higher. That was a great job by Kira Morrison there.
That's when it just goes off the forearms there, just a little shank.
Elle Masterson, star blocker for the Warriors, back to serve. And it's just a little short, but she does have some power with that serve. It can be deadly if it gets over. Number 2, Ellie Schick with the serve. Great job controlling it by Emily Praisel. And another amazing hit from
Batavia
Hannah Shaw.
is almost able to get that over, but it's just out of bounds.
Batavia does almost kind of controlling that, but I mean, that was just another amazing hit by Hannah Shaw. She's doing a great job this set.
And we got the setter sub again, Ella. Both Ellas coming in for Maddie.
Both Ellas coming in. One who's a strong presence in the front, and one of our best setters as well. Ella Schmidt with the serve. It's over and controlled. Not the best by Batavia, but a little bit of a miscommunication there by the Warriors.
Yeah, they just collided a little bit, trying to both dive for that pass. That's sometimes what you have to do.
18-15, Batavia is up, and the Warriors need to start making a push as we get closer to the end of the set here.
Yeah, it's definitely harder to make a push later as you go, so right now would be a great time.
Great job keeping it alive and getting it over for the Warriors. And a strong hit from Batavia.
Just off of the block of the front.
That was junior Clear Elworth. One of the first times we've seen her make a strong play this game. And that definitely was a strong one.
Great serve just off the top of the net. Able to be digged by the Warriors, though.
That was Kyra Taylor with the serve for Batavia. And a nice set.
Out of bounds.
And powerful hitter Amanda Otten uses a little bit too much power there.
Yeah, just hits it off that corner back there. That corner is the furthest place on the court, so she should have more room back there in that corner, but she just missed it.
If you can land it, it's a pretty tough spot to get to as a defense as well. Kira Morrison with a great serve. But Batavia controls it well.
They go back to the same hitter, same spot.
A powerful hit from Amanda Otten, and you saw that coming. You definitely saw that coming.
They just went right back to her after she put it out of bounds, and she put this one in, though, and she got the point.
At about 6'4", it's not the hardest for her to get it over the net. And the libero serving for Batavia. Good control there by Kennedy. And just a little bit too hard on the hit for Ella Bogan.
Yeah, she had the big rally a couple points ago when she had like 3 hits in a row, and they went back to her, unable to get it.
And we have a timeout by the Warriors as we near the end of the second set, and this could be a game-winning set for Batavia.
Yeah, the Warriors are definitely trying to avoid that situation. They're going to talk about how to make their push right now and see if they can come back and win this one.
We've got Coach Dunlap, a former volleyball player herself, giving them a bit of a talk right now.
Yeah.
The passing has been lacking a little bit since that last timeout, where it had been great at the beginning of the set. What do you think changed?
It's definitely probably more than the hitting on Batavia. Batavia's getting it over, making sure every play ends with a swing on their side, so the Warriors have a harder time passing. And they're resulting in the harder passes for the Warriors.
There's been strong serving from Batavia. We have Nate Naprovic, Molly Aquaviva, and Amanda Otten, who have really shined for Batavia in this game. The Warriors are definitely looking to make a push out of this timeout, as it could be their last opportunity. We're gonna need some big plays from Kylie Morrison, the libero out there. Carly Bolzanto with the serve for Batavia.
Not the best start coming out of the timeout.
Not the greatest pass, but we're able to get it over, and a nice tap there.
Good spot. Make sure to put it at the center. So it's
a little deep for a kill, and Batavia misplaces that one. That was Grace Regner, a senior who was just a little too far back for that one.
They're just like off the side of her hand, right in the net. Those sometimes happen.
The Warriors will definitely take that out of a timeout, and hopefully Kylie Morrison can have a nice serve here and get the Warriors back on the board. A great serve. Batavia controls it well. And Elle Masterson with a great job. Kylie Morrison with an amazing save there.
And another great pass right there. They will keep it up.
They keep it alive. Elle Masterson over, but it's out.
That was great effort there by the Warriors. They were down all over the place, making sure they kept the ball up.
Kylie Morrison did a great job, but Amanda Otten again with an amazing hit.
Yeah, the Warriors only had some good saves on that one.
Good control by the sisters there, the Morrison sisters. Amanda Otten with the serve. And a miscommunication. It was just a tough spot there for Kennedy McClure.
It's definitely a tough decision to make if it's out and if it's mine, if it's not. A lot of stuff going through the heads of the passers.
Amanda Otten again with a great play and good control by Kylie Morrison. Kennedy McClure just short on the hit.
Yeah, unable to get that over the net and just right in.
That was really big right there, and maybe the last opportunity for the Warriors is now 1 point away only for Batavia winning this entire match.
Yeah, that was definitely not the swing the Warriors wanted from the last time out.
And the Warriors keep it alive.
Able to just get that right over.
The set is up by Amanda Otten. Kylie Morrison, though, with a great job.
Going back to Ella.
And a tap.
And she was in.
And it hits the line. The Warriors do a great job there. Great placement.
Yeah, that was a perfect spot to put that. Even the libero thought that was out, and it was right in front of him.
There's a couple great plays there by Kylie Morrison. She's really keeping them in the game here. 24-18 Batavia, only 1 point away from Batavia's only 1 point away from taking the whole game. And it's nice to have Maddie Miller, your senior captain, back there serving at the end of the game. A great job by Kylie Morrison. She's really showing out at the end.
Ooh.
And Kennedy McClure left it a little bit short, and that's game to Batavia.
The set was definitely off in that a little bit, so you should have leaned back and didn't get a full good contact on that.
Batavia wins this one 2-0, and the Warriors, that was a rough one for them.
Yeah, it was definitely not the outcome they wanted. They definitely showed some promise, though.
They did.
I'm sure there's some things that they can work on in practice after this game and that they saw.
Some definite improvement in the second set, especially from a passing perspective. We saw some great plays by Kylie Morrison, and especially I want to highlight Kira Morrison, the freshman. Had some great kills today and really shined.
You can definitely see that this team has more potential as the season goes along. They'll probably start picking it up more as they learn more.
Definitely, Batavia came into this one with a couple more games behind their belt, and it definitely showed. Their experience showed. You had amazing play by Amanda Otten, a great job by the libero Carly Bozanto, and just an overall solid game from Batavia.
Yeah, and the Warriors the front three picked it up in that second game, having a lot more blocks.
The front three did do a great job. Join us this Friday, again, I will reiterate, at 7:30 for the football game. We have the Wheaton Academy Warriors against Christ the King. It'll be the first home football game of the year, and it will be a good one. We've got some amazing players on the team, a great returning quarterback in David Dorn, and a couple of new wide receivers that could really light it up.
Yeah, we're definitely hoping for a quick start in football this year.
For sure. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you hopefully this Friday. Follow us at The Real WaTV, and until next time, we're out.